I done been hated on by 5 Fuck your badge, I wish all of you bitches would die slow. I'm just trying to survive, and feed my family. And I ain't killed nobody, but still rough as how they handle me. I ride one deep, suspended license and all my middle finger out there with the street. Fuck the job.
Fadded Friday, how y'all doing?
Fadded Friday.
Don't hear me.
He got me searching for the doge and the doobie ass tray so I can cope with it. I'm not trying to travel up and smoke with it. My kinfolk in the maximum security with no business. Finger, I'm missing you. So here's what I'm finna do. Body hunting for badges. Fuck a bitch, I'm a dick with you. The odds are against us because we black. So keep your weed in the stash spot and always be strapped. Mr. Officer, crooked officer, make a nigga wanna pull a badge off for you. We been living hard so it won't be solved for you.
Perfect song.
You're ready to your coffee, Mr. Officer, crooked officer. We just trying to feed our sons and daughters up. We been struggling to make it in America too long. All we wanna do is live our life and be left alone. If we go search 45 minutes, what the fuck you looking for? I rolled on 24, so the no man is what they took me for, and that's a shame. A nigga can't ride nice without getting harassed and facing 25 to life. I wish I could make the citizens arrest, like the busters in the hole and blow the bed. Off of their chest, control substance on the ground, and it just had to be mine. Fucking with me about weed, and they look blacker than mine. 6 months was getting caught up with a soldier strap. They'll put the felonies on people, keep your goals intact. That's why they proud to be an American. What about my Negro people? Look how they stare at them with evil eyes. They hang up on the day, G. The judicial system is our modern day slavery. We ain't picking cotton no more, bitch. We picking out cops. Negro Rifle Association, we wish you would not block. Mr. Officer, crooked officer, make a nigga wanna pull a badge off for you. We been living hard to
Mine got low.
Slow when I got shot in the back, thrown in the back of the paddy bag and left the ride in the back. What about my medical condition? It's some bullshit. We don't give a damn if you die when it's quicker to deal with. Ask me why I don't give a fuck about the police. Cause all they want is to get attention with the peace. They went dope on niggas just to get a commission. And if we don't cooperate, it'll be a longer stay in prison. Every time I had a flat, they just passed me by. And if I was laying on the ground, they never asked me why. But when I'm looking great, it's something they can't pronounce. They're looking for any reason not to let a nigga bounce with a expired registration.
I hear you bumping. I hear you bumping.
Hey down, hey down.
Hey, John. I hear you.
Let's give in.
Do it. Do the damn thing. Welcome to another Fadded Friday.
Wow. Fadded Friday. What's going on,
Your girl,
everybody?
Giselle.
Fadded Friday.
What's going on?
Let's go around the room. What you say your name is, sweet?
Giselle.
Whoa.
Beats by Giselle at Instagram.com.
Y'all go ahead. I ain't in the picture.
What's good? Underscore C Hood.
I'm in the zone.
Instagram, Snapchat, what's good TV, YouTube.
Hey, what's up? This your boy, CEO Surf Savage.
Hey.
Surf Savage Entertainment. CEO _Surf _Savage.
Yay, special guest in the building.
Y'all already know what it is. Your boy Jarbo SMG. You know what I'm talking about? The pages. Jarbo SMG. Duh.
Is the done in there?
Nah, not the duh. Take the duh. They gonna say duh.
Alright, so today's topic is racism.
Racism.
Yes, as a whole, and we're talking about black culture only racism. I know there's racism in all cultures. We can talk about that too, but we're mainly going to talk about a lot of black culture racism because there's a lot going on these days, and we need to,
racism, and I guess today modern what we call racism. But what's funny is it's with the law. You know what I mean? I want to speak a lot about the law too. Mm-hmm. Police and the police and stuff they do, how they believe they're above the law, because police in many instances, and what's funny, we can't just use the race card because a lot of the instances they happen with legal black cops.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So let's kick it off. What's up?
Cricket officers too.
cricket ass officers. Talking about a whole bunch of them. So you know we
out of it.
That's for sure. Been in that nigga.
shit. Let's kick it off, everybody. You know, let's I want to hear some encounters. You know, encounters with the law, kind of stuff that you got into that was unjust. You know what I'm saying? Situations that, like the time we went to jail when we was young, you didn't come, but remember the lawman wrote me by 6-7 citations, had me sign them, put the clipboard on the car, put a gun on me, told me get the fuck out the car. Took me to jail for the tickets he gave us. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, corny shit. When we was kids, we was just swinging. It wasn't that crucial to get guns drawn on us and all that kind of stuff, but
That's scary.
mm-hmm.
That was gonna put to your head.
Now you remember that time we was taking, who was taking home? Was it Carisha or Doris or somebody? You had
No name dropping, no name dropping.
No name dropping.
It ain't nothing criminal. I can see it as something criminal.
I don't know if
She might
anybody
got
got
a man
points or
in-
something. Yeah,
Yeah.
Man don't know shoes with us.
It ain't been bad. But I don't know whoever it was. You remember you remember though?
Mm-hmm. I don't.
You remember? You asked me to take them home and the cop ended up stopping me.
No, you got stopped by a cop.
No, but like this was fucked up that night because like you remember I was getting over in the lane and
Man, I
and the
remember.
nigga ain't have his lights on.
Cop ain't had no lights, no nothing. He almost hit us, and he hopped out the car, draw down on us. Was funny, reverse psychology is a motherfucker. I'm not a fan of football whatsoever. That saved my life that night. He was dick riding because I was big. He was like, "Don't you play football?" I said, "I sure do."
Niggas just He's like, I seen you in the newspaper.
You sure did, man. I got picked up by a couple of schools. I had a conversation with the cop for about 10 minutes and got us out of it.
But this nigga was trying. I was driving barefooted. I ain't had no shoes on. He was like, I should take you to jail. You ain't got no shoes on, this and that. He's like, you almost hit me. I'm like, nigga, you ain't have on no lights, man. Nigga ain't have on no lights.
I haven't had any
Already.
altercations with the police as far as racism, but I did have, and I was telling y'all this the other night. I came out of my apartment and a car full of dudes pulled up. They were Mexican though, but they called me a fucking nigger with the ER at the end. Right. And that was my first time ever being called that. Besides with my people saying nigga, you know.
Right. Yeah.
So I kind of
It's a difference.
Yeah, it's a difference. It kind of made me feel some type of way, but I didn't know how to actually feel. I kind of was shocked. I was like shocked, and I was pissed off, and then I was kind of like, really, dude? It's 2018, like it was last year.
Yeah.
So I was like, really, you know? But I didn't really know what to do, so I kind of just froze, and they just drove off, and they was laughing about it. But they said fucking nigger, and I was like, wow, you know. So I was kind of taken aback by it, but that was my first time ever experiencing that. And you know, you see it every day on the news, and you hear about it every day. But when it actually happened to you, it's like you really don't know what to do unless that shit really happened, you know. But I was mad, I was sad, I was like, my whole thing is I didn't choose to be black.
Right.
But if I had a choice, I would still choose to be black.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard being us, but it's fun being us. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody want to be us. But
Got the dopest culture.
yeah, we really have the dopest culture. Like everybody wants to be black.
Right.
But it's like when you have to face the hardships of it. Everybody want to be black till it's time to do black people shit.
That's right.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? You want the lips, you want the ass, you want the color. But when them police draw them guns down on you, what you gonna do? You don't want that. You ain't ready for them problems, you know?
Yes, officer.
Yeah. Right. Right. My name is Becky. Nah, bitch, you wanna be Keisha though. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, you wanna be black, you gotta be all the way black. You can't just be half black. You know what I'm saying? Because we go through shit.
Yeah, a whole lot.
A whole lot. So
Well, I know me, man. I had a couple of situations. I had situations where I've been in the car just reading the green sheet, waiting on somebody just to come out from take care of their business. Cops come, pull guns right in my face, ask me what I'm doing here, and I'm like, I'm just waiting for somebody to come out from taking care of their business. I've been on the beach, stereotyped where I'm just walking with my friends at a public beach event, and police surround us, you know what I'm saying? Put the guns on us, embarrass us, and we just walk on the beach like everybody else. But
That's
one of
crazy.
the problems that I have with, like, I'm picking up on what Jarbo said about not just white cops, all cops, because some reason they believe they bleed blue. And to me, I think they're brainwashed. I got an officer that's a part of my family, and she came by and we was talking about this. I'm like, man, they choking our people out. They killing us. But all they got to do is be still. Why we got to do so much? You know what I'm saying? Not to get killed. So I was telling somebody, I think that the black officers and Mexican officers sometimes been the worst people that I have encountered. I ain't gonna lie, they've been trying to set me up for stuff like why I'm in this neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Why I'm gonna try to put this case on you because you got a little knife in the car and stuff like that. So the problem is that I think that our black officers in this world, good officers, all good officers need to stand up. They don't stand up. Everything goes, and that's a problem right there.
Cover each other's back. Cover each other's back.
Exactly. I think with that being said though, and everybody got an encounter, it's to the point where all y'all right now, what when you hear the police, what's the first thing come to your mind?
Shit, killing niggas.
I'm worried about getting killed, me.
Yeah.
What about you, Jed? What about you?
Yeah, that's about it. Cause
Yeah.
that's all you think about
Scary.
when they pull you over.
Especially now.
It really is.
Nowadays.
First thing I think about is like before they come to the car, grab my phone, just put like the camera on or recorder on or something.
Then at the same time, you don't want to make
You
no
don't
sudden
wanna make
move.
that-
No, that's why I said
Yeah.
before they come to the car.
Like me, I know I get stereotyped to like the pulled over. Man, no cops, just imagine if I'm, in my girl car or something, a smaller vehicle, not my car. And when they get to that window and see me, they back up. They hands always to their waist. They ready for action all the time.
Now when they see you,
Yeah, when they see me, yeah, they do. They scared as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, that nigga big,
Yeah.
And I think that's like one of the nerve-wracking things for me. Also, how the police, we have nobody in our communities to police the police. It's scary that
That's
we
right.
have kids nowadays. You know what I mean? I guess with the kids thing, that's a quick way to jump into how we started off this topic with the Central Park 5. If everybody saw that?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I thought that was, but what your input is on Mick? I know you saw that before I did.
Well, before I jump into that, like, my thing with the police is you're supposed to protect and serve. And now every day you hear about a black man getting killed, I fear for my life. Well, goddamn, we fear for our life too. You the one with the gun. So who? My thing is, during your training, you got all the weapons.
Right.
You shouldn't be as scared of me as I am of you.
Right.
Because you can shoot me before I can shoot you.
Right.
Especially if I don't have nothing on me. So what happened to protect and serve? What happened to asking questions first and shooting later?
Right.
Now, if it's a situation where somebody coming at you with a gun, do what you gotta do. But lately, it's been, not even lately, in the course of going back to however many years, it's always been shoot first, ask questions later.
We need the right to shoot
And it's
around
always
the
like that with black people.
Right.
Because it's so many schools getting bombed and people shooting up churches and shit. They get walked out.
Walked out.
They get put in the back seat with
Get
the cuffs
taken to
on.
Burger
They
King.
get taken to Burger King and shit. But you got a young boy like Trayvon Martin walking home with a hoodie on and a bag of Skittles, and he got followed by the police.
security guard.
A security guard.
Yeah.
He got followed by this
Wannabe.
man, stalked him,
Yeah.
and he still ended up dead. This boy was 17 years old.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how are you this scared of black people when black people didn't ask to be black? You know what I'm saying? So it's just, cops are sticking to what cops do. Whatever system they own was started by white people anyway,
Yeah, that's the
and that's the system that they're gonna run with at the end of the day. Because we were just talking about this the other day. You got a cop from Florida, you got a cop from LA, and you got a cop from Houston. Just for an example.
Right.
They all done shot a black man. They all get off. Why? Because they're using the same system. No matter what each one of these dudes did, their death was considered justified because the cop feared for them their lives, or this black person had a record. What person don't have a record?
Right.
I got a record, and it's just traffic tickets, but it's still a record.
Just like Mike Brown, like before he got killed, like they caught him on camera, like he was doing whatever to the convenience store, dude. Like I guess he stole something or he did something, but
he didn't steal anything.
But it's fueled by hatred.
Right.
That's what it's fueled.
But what I'm saying is like they tried to make him look bad.
Right, and they always smear our characters in the media, so the narrative can change. But that's not how it's supposed to be. Talk about all the good shit I did.
Yeah.
Talk about how much I have to fight as a black person just to be recognized for the same shit you do. You get up and put on your pants every day just like I do. You get up and you clock into your job just like I do. But why do I have to work 10 times harder than you do just to say, oh, that nigga got something going for himself? I'm doing the same shit you do. You know what I'm saying? But like shit like that, it really bothers me because our culture has suffered so much, and being 2019, we're still suffering, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. And I don't have kids, but my brother has kids. He has to fear for his kids' lives. You gotta fear for your kids' life. You have kids, you gotta fear for your life. Man, you our stepdad. You have to fear for our lives and your kids' lives. You know, so it sucks that every day we have to wake up in the back of our mind knowing that I could possibly get killed by the cops today.
Just that easy.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of praying and having a good day, you're like, man, let me make sure my music down, or let me make sure I don't have dark tint on my car. Let me make sure I ain't got on no hoodie today, cause I may get killed by the cops. Like nobody wants to live like that. You know, that's fucked up. It's fucked up. Yeah. That's some fucked up shit.
Part is, that's just like everyday, just like you say, putting on our pants. That's just like a part of like getting ready for our day.
Yeah, a part of our life as black people is waking up trying to make sure we don't get killed for the day. Like they don't understand that. Yeah, like that shit is hard. Yeah. It's hard. So I mean,
and they make up anything to be probable cause.
Anything.
You know, it's so crazy with the hate and the race, man. Like we work in a place where it's really segregated, if you ask me. You know, I work where we work at. Yeah. And they don't hide it. Like the people, you know, and it's you know, little splashes of blacks in the office. For the most part, is a white, you know, corporate job or whatever, and they show you that. They show you that you really, you know what I'm saying. Yeah. He works there with me. The retirement plans they give us, like, man, we work hard. We work in the fucking sun. How hot is it out here right now?
I feel like it's about 110.
They tell us we're gonna retire. What age we can retire at that job?
About 65.
65.
You better touch the
what
money.
Nigga gonna retire from that?
Ain't nobody gonna retire from that.
My job sent me a letter, told me my retirement date was 2040. I said, y'all can kiss my ass. I bet I'll be out this bitch before the end. Retired now. Y'all ain't gonna keep me this long.
That's why us as black people, like, that's why we always looking for, like, something else to do. Like, well, I can speak for the younger generation. Like, the older generation, I think they try to retire. But, like, this new generation, like our generation, like, we don't want to retire from no job with a. We're not built like that.
We had a luxury for it, but we're more woke now than any of our ancestors have ever been. And I think the more we know, the more active we are in trying to better ourselves in a different way under the thumb of a corrupt system. You know what I'm saying? And the messed up part is, it's black people in on this shit too, because they kissing ass. You know what I'm saying?
We work for one.
Yeah.
So think about it. You have the years to retire, but you don't have the age.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? They'll give you half of your money, but they're not gonna give you your whole full money.
Then the government gonna dip into it.
You want all your money
and take whatever they want to take out.
Then by the time you do get that retirement money, you dead. Yeah, like you said, you dead.
So many people have slaved on their jobs.
Or you too sick to even enjoy it.
Yeah, and by the time they retire, they die like 3 years or months afterwards, because they don't even know what else to do with their life besides work hard.
Right.
And when they finally relax, their body give out on them.
Used to do.
Yeah, that's
what they going to work.
Modern day slavery. That's all.
Modern day slavery. Well, we talked about this the other day. Modern day slavery, because the way I see it, modern day slavery is okay. We got to be fair. It's 2019. Martin Luther King came through. Malcolm X came through. All the greats came through.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta be fair at this point.
Right.
We gonna give y'all the money. We gonna let y'all live. Y'all little luxury, whatever
Mm-hmm.
you decide to make luxury. But we gonna cap that shit off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The ones that's billionaires, they were smart enough. They was thinking outside the box. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But have we all been put into a box? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All the greats play basketball. All the greats are rappers. All the greats are this. All the greats are that. But at the same time, they not untouchable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If the police want to get them, they gonna
They
get got.
get-
You know what I'm saying?
right.
They gonna find you. They put Wesley Snipes in jail for fucking tax evasion. They gonna find you.
Yeah.
So don't think you untouchable because you got them M's and them B's.
Yeah.
But shit, you gotta think outside the box. You gotta find a way around the man
Mm-hmm.
just to make it in life. You gotta have in 2019. You gotta have a side hustle just to have some money
Right,
because your regular job ain't paying you enough.
Nothing.
Yeah, you in 401k, you in this. Like this shit sound good on paper.
Yeah.
But when you think about it,
You get old enough to get it.
yeah, you can't get it.
that little $1,000 you bring it home every 2 weeks, that ain't shit.
Yeah.
You get it, but you gotta pay it back.
Yeah, you gotta
With
go
interest.
do shit.
You know the cold
to
part.
get your money.
You know the cold part.
Yeah, it's supposed to be your money.
Your money. It costs you to get your
And,
money.
and this right here is they'll show you what it's hate at because people are so quick to look for. I just been my saying because I just heard this. It's old as fuck probably, but people say we talk just to reply, not to understand.
Mm-hmm.
So if another different race watching this, and they probably niggas complain. No, we're not complaining about that. The hate come in between because y'all don't understand. We don't have the same opportunity y'all have.
Yeah.
Our job right now, we watch white boy. I'm saying like we watch white boys skip the warehouse, come in
Yeah.
through a temp service,
Go straight
and
up
get a
stairs.
fucking desk.
Yeah, straight upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Get a fucking desk.
Yep.
The people we work with right now, they have their children working with us, and we basically babysit them.
That's right. They don't gotta do nothing.
They fit. They're freshmen in college who just coming for a summer job. Who I gotta say, hey, sweep that and pick that up and hop on the phone. I'm not no fucking babysitter. Like the stuff they making us do. That to me, that's what the clash come from because they too ignorant to uncomprehend, and we tired. You know what I mean? That's how I feel.
Basically, you're overworked,
Like,
underpaid,
uncompensated.
and you're doing a position that's not even your job description.
Yeah, crazy shit.
That's how it is. They
But
run
that's
you
an
into the
example.
ground. Yeah.
You know.
My job was the same way. They work your ass as much as they can, and then you get the perks of being with their job is vacation time and all this and that. You gotta tell them where you're going just to take your vacation
Yeah.
time. You know,
Mhm.
it's like get the fuck out of my business.
Yeah.
Like nigga, this is why I signed up for this job. When y'all asked me why should we hire you, of course I said some other shit.
Yeah.
But I came for these benefits and this pay.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here. So don't fight me on why I can't use the shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I got it,
Yeah.
let me
That's
use
yours.
my
Oh,
shit. It's mine.
We need you today.
No, you
Yeah.
don't need me today.
I told you this a month ago.
Right, exactly. You gotta put it in a certain amount
Yeah.
of days ahead of time, and then you gotta go through the schedule with all this bullshit. But all of that systematic shit, you know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta find your way around all of that system stuff because if not, you're just gonna be like the next nigga.
What you think about reparations they talking about now?
We
They
was talking
bringing
about
that
this
up.
earlier too, and I said it'll be great if we could get it, but I feel like we'll never get it because our lineage is it's all fucked up.
Yeah.
We got
Well,
you
I
got
don't know about it.
yeah, you got different daddies in the
Mhm.
picture. You got different baby mamas in the picture. We don't know who belongs to what family at this point, so
Right.
it's gonna be hard trying to give whatever's owed to us
That's right.
back to whoever it belongs to because. You got big families. Our family my grandma had 9 kids.
Right.
And then one of her 9 kids had 9 kids. We got a big ass family.
Big
Who's
family.
gonna get the money?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't, and that's so much paperwork. You think they're gonna put the time into doing
Yeah,
that shit?
they
Hell no.
Shit, when you really think about it, shit, it's a whole big generation before that.
Yeah.
So we probably ain't gonna see shit.
Yeah, it's so many generations. You got to go through
Yeah.
who died, who's still living, who got this kid, who daddy is this,
Yeah.
who mama is that. That shit, you know, it's a topic of conversation because they trying to cover up other shit. Let's
Yeah.
get the black
They
folks
just,
thinking that
they
they gonna
just trying to
get
get elected.
Right.
They trying to get
Yeah,
them votes.
exactly.
That's right.
They trying to get the votes, and then they trying to cover whatever they got going on. They're distracting us with this reparation bullshit, so we miss whatever
going
else
on.
going on. You know, all of it is really a setup.
Yeah.
To be honest with you,
I think
it's all a setup.
I think
for
it's just
black folks.
I think it's just a talking point for the presidential candidate. That's all it is. It's a
To get
talking
our vote.
point.
Yeah. Because they'll tell us any goddamn thing to get our vote.
So what if somebody did it before he got in office?
What you mean?
Could that be possible? Or is it stupid?
What?
For them, like, to, before they got in office, it happened.
Well, who is it left up to approve it though?
Yeah.
Is it the president or
Congress,
is it the
Senate.
Supreme
Yeah.
Court,
It'd
like
probably
Senate?
be up to
Yeah,
Congress.
yeah. We'd have to see
Probably
because
up to Congress.
really the president is just the face of
Yeah,
of the front
everything
line.
really got to go through
Everything,
Congress.
yeah.
Yeah.
He got to get approval to get
Yeah.
to do shit. So
Only thing he can veto stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. So jumping into the Century Park 5, just in case anybody watching this podcast don't know, these are the 5 young men that were put in jail, innocently put in jail in 1990. And I'm going to call their names because everybody calls them Century 5, and that's not their names. We need to know their names and know who they are and identify them as men and not just 5 boys that raped somebody in the park. So we got Kevin Richardson, Raymond Santana, Antron McCray, Yusuf Salam, and Corey Wise. These 5 young men were put in jail at the ages of 14, 15, and 16. Jarvo, you got an 11-year-old boy. In the next 3 years, he'll be 14. How does that make you feel that somebody that age, that's so close in age to your own son, how would you feel in a situation like that?
I'm scared.
Yeah.
Shit. That's I couldn't even live right, man. I won't live right.
That was
We
crazy.
going to
Yeah.
war.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm getting my baby.
But his daddy did some fucked up shit though.
he did.
He did. Yeah, he did. I ain't just finding shit.
But I think back then in 1990, because he had a record,
That's right.
he was kind of scared.
That's
He
what I
wanted
think.
to just like get his son home, so he was willing to do anything to
Yeah.
get his son
Right.
home. But he wasn't thinking because he was so scared for himself.
That's right.
But he had a record. He should have known though.
Well, see, one of the cops approached him and was like, "Don't you got a record? No, didn't this such and such happen to you? So you need to tell your son."
But that
to...
part, it seemed like he put his job over his son.
Mm,
That's what it seemed like to me when I watched
Yeah.
it.
I didn't see it that way. I seen he was scared of what they could possibly do to him. He just wanted to get his son home, so he was willing to cooperate with whatever they said.
Yeah.
But if he would have been listening to what they were saying, and you know your child, you should have just stood for that. But even that wouldn't have stopped them from going to jail. You know what I'm saying? But in the movie, the way he was portrayed, I'm sure a lot of black men were upset with him for telling his son to lie.
I was one of them.
Yeah, I
Right,
was
right.
too. I'm not a man, but I was.
So you know it's a tricky system.
Yeah.
You know, and when the pressure on, you'd be surprised. You know what you might say or might do. You know.
Yeah, but yeah, that was crazy. That movie was so good. The guy that played Corey Wise, Jarrell, I forgot his last name, Jarrell something. It's already J. He JJ.
Yeah, he played them all
He
too.
played Corey Wise really good.
Yeah,
Like
he did, man.
He really did.
He was the best one.
He really was out of all of them. But just to see Corey Wise' story, I felt bad for all of them. But to see Corey Wise because he was only there because he was making sure his friend was cool.
Mhm.
He was there. He was there, but like he, like you say, he was just making sure, like, cause he wasn't like a person that get in trouble like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And he only went to the police station because he wanted to make sure his friend got home.
Mhm.
Because their mamas was cool and they were looking out for each other. And I felt like he got the short end of the stick. And even I've been looking at interviews of him just for himself, and you can see the hurt. When I look at those grown men, I can see the hurt behind their eyes. Like you can tell that they so institutionalized and they just trying to live a normal life. But when you look into their eyes, you can see
They
all
never
that
they
hurt
never gonna
pain.
be normal.
No.
Yeah, they
No.
missed
After
out
that,
on
that's too
so
much.
much.
Especially
How long
him like
exactly
that.
was they in there?
They were locked up for anywhere from 5 to 15 years. Corey
Yeah.
Wise got the longest.
Yeah.
He got the 15. He maxed out. What I liked about Corey Wise is because as he grew older in jail, he was like, you know what? I'm not finna keep wasting my time going to the, because they wanted them
To say
to
something.
say
Right.
that they
Right.
actually raped
Yeah.
this woman, and they all made a pact that we're gonna do this time, but we ain't admitting to this shit because we didn't do
We
it.
didn't do it.
And that's another with when it comes to black people as a whole, we have to do stuff like that. Look how much of their life was taken from
Yeah.
them, and they had to stand on that pact. Like they got their ass beat.
Yep. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like they went through some shit,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and they never backed down.
And nobody still
they
believe
couldn't,
him.
and to this day,
until-
nobody still believe him. It's so many people that
And
still don't believe him.
Trump, he talking about he talking about he still like they guilty or something.
Yeah.
He didn't want to apologize.
Yeah, and none of them want to apologize.
Yeah.
None of them. The judge, Trump, the prosecutors,
Yeah.
none of them want to apologize.
Yeah.
But guess what? Because of that story, shout out to Ava DuVernay. Yeah, because she put the shit on
right.
out there, and these people, the prosecutors and shit, they stepping down from these high positions that they have because they got too much attention on them now. Oh, but you wanted the attention when you had the trial.
Yeah,
When you had the case.
Mhm.
You out here writing books and shit. But now that the finger is pointed at you
Right.
because
I know,
you the one put him in jail.
They asked him to step down.
Yeah, now you want to go into
But look
hiding.
at this. Imagine how many other black men or Mexican men
Exactly.
that's in there for the
Exactly.
same
For
people.
the same
That's
shit.
right.
But
Exactly.
what I find crazy is like Corey, he the one that really like got their name cleared.
Yeah.
Cause like he had a fight with the dude who
Mhm.
actually
But
did it. I
what a
thought that was
coincidence.
wild, man.
Yes.
It was
God,
wild.
like that.
It was he had a fight with the actual dude
Who
that
raped him.
raped that woman, and it was a Mexican dude,
Mhm.
and that dude, he saw him. They had to fight at one prison.
That's right.
Corey was transferred to another prison. That same dude ended up coming to that prison
Insane.
and was like, "Damn, you still locked up?" And he went and told him they found look. These
Oh, he told him, I ain't see the whole
The
movie.
Mexican,
So he
the
told
Mexican
the truth.
dude told the
he
truth.
went
Yeah.
and told. He didn't tell Corey Wise. He just went and told the police people or whatever that he was the one that did it. These 5 young boys, grown men now, they went to jail with no evidence on them.
No evidence.
This Mexican dude came up and said they tested him. All his evidence was on that woman from 1990. Corey Wise was damn near 15 years by the time
Yeah.
this man opened his mouth and said something,
Yeah.
and they
That's
still
that's the only way he got out of jail.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the only way they got out of jail. And
No, that's the only way all the rest of them was out.
yeah, all the rest
He
of them
was the
out.
only one
Yeah.
that was in there.
And from 1990 up until whatever time he said that evidence was there the whole
The whole
time.
time.
And he went through all that. They went through all that shit
For nothing.
for nothing
Yeah.
because they coerced them to testify that they did it.
That shit been a hell
But
of
these
a
little
lot.
kids was
They
14.
Yeah.
They got something back.
Yeah,
man.
they got a total of 40 million
Ain't
split
even
between
enough.
Ain't even
between the
enough.
five.
Yeah.
So they had to split that.
Yes.
That's
They
nice.
didn't get
That's-
it. They didn't get 40 apiece. They
Nice.
I
had
thought
to
they got
split.
I mean, ain't no type of money like
That ain't
worth
nothing.
worth that, but like
probably got about two.
Nah.
Y'all done took these little boys' life away
Right.
from them, bro. They ain't get to experience shit.
Exactly. They didn't get to experience anything.
Nah, fuck y'all.
14 years old, you missed out on your teenage years.
Everything.
You missed out on your 20s
And,
and part of your 30s.
and look
and he
what
was
you had to go
like
through
he
right
was
now.
like daydreaming it.
Yeah.
Like about taking a girl to like
Mhm.
Coney Island and
That
stuff.
right before that
Like that was his
happened,
good memories.
that
like
was his
that's,
only memory. Yeah, that was his last memory. And he was still kind of childlike when he was locked up
Yeah.
because he was locked up so long. Even though
Right.
he went into his 20s, they still treated him like a child. They called him kid because he came in there as a kid.
Right.
So when you watch Corey Wise interviews, just him by himself, you still see that child.
Yeah.
Because
Yep, when he talk.
yeah, because that's the last place
Right.
that he really was, and yeah, it's just really sad.
I fuck
But,
with that guard though.
Yeah, the one guard they helped him out.
Yeah,
that was,
yeah.
That first one.
And they go to show, like, I'm glad they kind of put that in there because there are good cops out there.
Right.
And
Right.
that's the thing, like, cops don't understand, especially with black people, because we don't give a fuck
Yeah.
what you got going on in your house. That's the thing, that's the thing people don't understand about a lot of black folks. We ain't out here yelling, we gonna kill all these white
Nah,
people and
nah.
fuck this, and that.
No.
We don't do that. Y'all have the Ku Klux Klan.
Mhm.
We had to do Black Panthers because of the Ku Klux Klan.
That's right.
If it wasn't no Ku Klux Klan, wouldn't have been no Black Panthers because we don't give a fuck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like y'all provoke us to be these
That's
people
right.
that these monsters that y'all want us to be, but it's only because of how you treat us.
I tell people this all the time. I said that we can go back as black people and reverse stuff and have it and have slavery to them. We wouldn't even do that.
We wouldn't even do
You know what
it.
I'm saying? We embrace
Yeah.
and love everybody.
Everybody.
But nobody love us.
To a
Exactly.
fault,
We wouldn't
man.
do it right now.
Yes.
Much as if we can go choke out a white boy and kill, we wouldn't even do that.
Exactly.
And the problem, I think, with us, people, they prey on our hearts because we got a heart. I don't care how hard a gangster is, how hard we could be,
Yeah.
whatever. We still have a heart. We still have some mannerisms and some courtesy. They don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's full of hatred with them, and that's what they promote. So
It really
it's
is.
just crazy.
It really is. It's full of hatred because just think about how they was hanging our people.
Right.
They was setting them on fire
Fire.
alive.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah.
were raping
Like,
men. They was raping
how can you
women.
do that?
Yeah,
Like,
they
oh,
was
yeah.
killing kids.
Hate,
Yeah.
hate,
Just
man.
No, but I'm
awful.
just saying, like, even like I be hating some stuff, but like,
Yeah.
how can you like have that in your heart?
Yeah.
Right.
The enmity,
Right.
like, how can you have that in your heart,
That's right.
man?
Like, I don't sit up in my room and be like, I'm finna go and kill the first white person I see. I don't even think about
Right.
that type
Liam
of shit.
Neeson.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As much as I don't agree with all the shit that they've done to
Right.
us as a culture, I still don't want to go out and
That's
shoot
right.
no damn white people.
That's right.
If you
Nobody.
pull me over, I'm yes sir,
Yeah.
no sir.
Yeah.
Because that's what we was taught. And
Right.
that ain't even about slavery. That's just, well, you know what? That is going back to say we have to call them yes ma'am, no sir,
Yeah.
all this shit. But that's a sign of
But
respect.
yeah,
for
that's
black
just
folks.
that's just like how we
Yeah,
grew up.
that's how we grew up.
Right.
That's what we was taught. So if I got my hands up
Mhm.
and I'm saying yes sir, no sir, why the fuck is you shooting me?
Yeah.
And then you want to react when we get to doing this and this and that because
Yeah.
shit, we scared.
Yeah.
So we they're gonna react one way or the other.
Because you want
We either gonna be respectful and still get shot,
Mhm.
or we gonna go out like a G and be like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
What Tupac said when he got shot.
Fuck you.
So me and Jarvo had a conversation and just get out. Well, it's not really off topic. It's kind of go to what we talking about. We was watching the documentary of Tupac, and his last words when he got shot in Vegas was "fuck you."
Mhm.
Who was he really talking to? Could it have been a white cop?
Could have been.
Because wasn't it a white cop after that that asked him was he okay?
Mhm.
Had he seen some racist shit happen, you know what I'm saying, to
Right.
him personally? And he always had a problem with the cops.
Right.
He was military minded. He was groomed that way as it was. But he saw shit in his life.
Yeah.
So when he said fuck you, he could have been talking to, you know
His
what I'm saying?
killer.
He was talking to his killer. But who really was his killer? Why can't they find out who really killed
That's right.
Tupac? You know what I'm saying? All that shit, it's all systematic.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And when you really think about the bigger picture, it's more to it than just color.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
But that's what it started with. We didn't listen. We didn't ask for this shit,
That's right.
but we embrace it
That's right.
and we make the best out of it.
Yeah.
One thing I love about us as a culture, we take the scraps we was given
That's right.
and we made motherfucking delicacies out of it.
That's right.
Be dope too.
So
Shit.
guess what? Fuck y'all, cause we eat chillings in this bitch. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. Okay? I love them hoes. It is what it is.
And you know, like that type of stuff be like at them high end restaurants going for
Yeah.
all this money now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Get you a pork chitterling with robust sauce.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
motherfuckers want to charge us $500. Nah, bitch, my mom make these. But yeah, it's crazy, man. How black people as a culture, how we get treated.
Yeah.
You know, because
Mhm.
like I said, we didn't ask for it.
So we did.
Just look at how y'all said the Central Park Five. Just look at Tupac's story. Period. Though. That's somebody who was living where before all this stuff happened in the West Coast, Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
This man went to shoot a movie and never made it back home
Yeah.
the first time. And y'all want us to believe in the system. And he really went to jail. He was facing 5 years, or I forgot how many years it was. I think it was 5 or 7. I'm not even sure. Let me not say. For touching a girl butt. And y'all gave him 5 years. And y'all, you know, that like I say, y'all is real unfair. Everything.
Yeah, it's really unfair
Yeah.
because of the color of our skin, and that's the part that I can't get over because we did not ask for this.
Take the drug cases like possession, like the
Right.
little white boys, like they don't get they almost get a misdemeanor.
They be
right?
having pure evidence on people.
Right.
But they be having the hard stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They be having.
But my
meth.
thing is, how did these drugs get into our community?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But then you put them here, and we own the shit,
Right.
and then you want to lock us the fuck up. But you put it here.
Right. Making
You know what
money
I'm
on
saying?
both ends.
You got a liquor store in every fucking
corner.
neighborhood, every
Mhm.
corner. There's a liquor store. There's we wouldn't know about drugs if nobody wouldn't have put the shit here.
That's right.
Y'all growing the shit, but then it's illegal.
Right. Yeah.
Why are you growing it? Why is
That's
there
right.
acres and acres of
That's
cocoa
right.
leaves out here, and then you wonder why people, you know what I'm saying, on drugs and,
And
shit?
then,
Come on, man.
they seen like we started making so much money off weed.
Yeah.
Now they trying to legalize.
Yeah,
it.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
all
yeah.
these niggas
Now
making
it's
too much.
okay.
Yeah.
So now what they gonna do with everybody who been locked up for pounds of weed?
They need to
You
get
gotta
the
let
fuck
them
out.
out now.
Let them out. Let them out because it's not an illegal drug.
Yeah.
And we had this is our first podcast. We talked
They
about
had a
weed.
meme
like,
about that shit today.
Yeah.
I think you seen that meme.
I heard some jobs like they still I was looking at something. They said it's the EEO. I forgot what it's called, but it say EEO. But like, even if like the drugs are legalized, like you still can't smoke them if you work for your job. Like, I'm like, it's legal.
Vegas just passed a law that if you fail your drug test due to marijuana, you can still get hired. I feel like there's a loophole to the situation because if you get injured on the job and you hire, that's grounds for termination. So you got to kind of play it safe with that. But I think that's pretty cool because at the end of the day, depending on what strand of weed you smoke, it's not gonna really affect you for the most part.
Ain't no weed gonna affect you like that. I wouldn't think so.
I mean, but at the same time, no, not really, because now the same as liquor, how y'all get DWI. Y'all probably gonna have to make some high. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's legal, we'd be sensible to know not to go to work fucked up stone.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You still gotta have a livelihood.
Yeah, so I mean,
but not double standard. The irony to it is, alcohol is legal, but if you get caught drinking and driving, then you're gonna go to jail and you get like 10 years. But it's like, why are you even making this legal? Right. This can kill me.
That's right.
You know
making money on both ends.
Yeah,
it's a double-edged sword.
You riding the fence. You on both sides.
Yeah.
Just like with food. They got so much shit that is banned in other countries, but you can put a sprinkle of this acid in there. You can put a little just to make it taste good. No, bro, that shit is causing cancer.
Right.
But you want the money to keep coming, so yeah, we're gonna give. If somebody may catch cancer, then we got some medicine to put them on, but this ain't gonna heal them. Yeah. This gonna make them even more sick, but they're gonna have to buy it. So this gonna, you know what I'm saying? So it's all a freaking setup. Yeah. It's money. All a setup. It's all about money.
That's right.
And like they say, money is the root of all evil. That's in the Bible, honey.
That's right.
But so yeah, we got. I mean, our culture. We got Trayvon Martin. We got. Rodney King, Emmett Till, Mike Brown. We got so many black people that have suffered so much, and it's like, how much more can our culture take? You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes me feel. I get sad. Like, I remember calling my mom, crying because one of these young boys got killed. I got a 21-year-old brother.
Right.
And at the time, he was 19. I was like, that could have been my brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you just never know. You walk out your door, you don't think you're going to get shot down in the street for having on a hoodie. Right. My brother wear a hoodie every fucking day. I got on a fucking hoodie.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. So it's like, who made this shit? Now all of a sudden we getting killed because we got on clothes?
That's right.
Come on now.
That's right.
Like, it's really crazy.
Every day you ride down the street, that's just like coming over here. I'm ducking, dodging the police. I don't got no record in that, but I'm like, man, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna get shot.
Just in case.
I might not make it.
It's scary.
I ain't much riding dirty no more, and I still like.
Me too.
I still being 10 and 2.
Like,
when I see a cop, I be like, I'll be trying like you said, turn out. I be trying to turn down the back street to get away from him, man.
And because you nervous, they consider that resisting.
Yeah.
No, sir, you have a gun in my face.
Yeah.
I am scared. I'm about to shit on myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I made one wrong move and I'm gone. I'm trying to reach for my phone or reach for my license that you just asked me for, but I moved too fast, so you fear for your life. It's black men getting shot in their own yards right now.
Right. And what's so bad now they doing our sisters like that.
Yes.
But they will beat us, but
Sandra
now you shooting us and hanging us.
Because you know what? They don't want this. They don't want that mouthpiece.
Yeah, they don't want you to talk back.
They don't want nothing.
They don't want none of that shit. And that's
what
really,
she did.
Yeah, and that's what they really scared about is because we know the truth.
Yeah.
We know that y'all doing this shit on purpose. So I'd rather go out like Sandra Bland, standing up for what I believe in, than bowing down to your ass. At the end of the day, shoot me, motherfucker. Yeah. Cause you ain't. I'm gonna be like Tupac. Fuck you. Yeah. Because you don't give a fuck about me.
That whole story ain't make no sense. Like. Who would hang themselves in jail?
Right.
And like that kind of jail. She wasn't in no prison or nothing.
Yeah. Her whole thing was just.
But did you see? Some guy just got hung up in the same cell they were talking about.
I think it was same jail.
Same jail. Yeah.
But the crazy part, did y'all see her mugshot? They say, they think she was dead in the mugshot.
She was dead.
Down.
Yeah, she was dead. They stood over her and took the picture, but the wall that she's supposed to take her mugshot in was supposed to be blue. The floor was gray, and they stood over her and made it look like a mugshot. But she was already dead. I saw the video how they dragged her dead body from the police car. She was already dead. Yes. I saw that shit. They dragged her. He drugged one cop. She was still handcuffed. That she was limp. They drug her from the back of a cop car and to that station. She was already dead. They killed her on that highway probably and took her ass to that. You know, it's fucked up that because we standing up for our culture. Any other culture, you got Indians, they deep. You got Chinese people, they deep. Mexicans roll deep. Them motherfuckers be 10 deep in one car. You know what I'm saying? But when black folks ride 10 deep in a car,
It's a problem.
it's a problem. We call thugs. But then you got a group of white boys, they rowdy teenagers.
Yeah.
No.
They get so and they wild
No.
oats, as they say.
Yeah. They TP a yard. It's funny. We do it.
Oh, they criminals.
One thing I don't understand is like how they can go shoot up a school, shoot up a church. They not recognized as terrorists. You don't see their face all over the news, so you know they disappear. You don't know if they really
You
still
don't tell
locked
them what
up.
kind of drugs they on.
And how you have like an M16 or something, but then you don't get shot. They walk, you
Yes.
cool. Your hand
Yeah,
is
the
messed up.
freaking dude who shot out everybody in the movies.
Yeah.
The
No,
Joker.
that was
Yeah.
The ones that shot up the churches.
Church,
yeah.
We got Columbine.
Yeah.
The ones that shot up the school. They got walked out.
Mhm.
We got men that ain't got nothing
Like
on
Columbine,
them.
boys. Then they down themselves.
I don't know.
Yeah, Columbine, they pop themselves off.
But we got
That shit
men
just
that's
crazy,
yeah,
man.
it's crazy. You got unarmed people with their
Yeah.
hands up. Eric Garner had his hands up. He said he couldn't breathe. I'm choking him out.
Right.
You know, like
Right.
come on.
And that's why a lot of
Philando Castillo.
Yeah.
He was trying to reach and show him his permit because he did have a gun, but he was trying to show him the permit.
Yep. Popped him right in the
I
damn
think a
in
lot-
front of his
a
child.
lot of our minority cops, blacks and others need to kind of stand up a little bit.
Yeah.
Stop thinking like a gang, like these people are for you, because if you went in that uniform, they'll gun you down too.
Real quick.
You know, you just a gatekeeper to their secrets, but really they don't even want you part of that force.
And, yeah.
How can you sit there? This is a brother of yours, and you know that he's innocent, and you can allow that and cover that. There's something wrong with that.
Yeah, it's horrible. They system. My thing is, whatever little money that you making being a cop is not worth your whole community of young men that you see on a daily basis getting killed up. Because cops don't make that fucking much money anyway. You ain't even got to have a college degree to be a cop. All you need is 2 years of college, no degree. So, I make more than a cop, actually. So, I understand in a way because they get disrespected and all that. But why are you getting disrespected? Somewhere along the lines when y'all was protected in service, y'all went to being dirty cops.
Right.
Black, white, Mexican, Chinese, all of them. We see it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just the black cops. It's all of them.
Yeah.
But y'all got so dirty that y'all can't even get clean no more. Now y'all shooting motherfuckers for no reason. Because you having a bad day? No. Leave your shit at the door like we got to leave our shit at the door.
That's right.
Because we both started the same day by putting on our pants and leaving the house.
Right.
But what was going on in your what's going on in your life that I couldn't come back home, but you went home to your family?
I have a debate. It's a cop that I know that's a part of the family. So I be cracking jokes, but then it gets serious. I say, why y'all do what y'all do? And the person's real cool, but they'll tell me, oh, I'm coming home at the end of the day. But I'm like, look what happened to this guy. I'm coming home at the end of the day.
But it's your life over my life?
I'll be like, oh, y'all brainwashed. We don't know what y'all go through, but the cops are really brainwashed because she be like, I'm coming home no matter what. I'd be like, well, the man wasn't doing nothing. All you got to do is be, what more we got to do? Be still, lay on the ground, close our eyes?
Yeah.
What more we got to do? You get trained to know how to disarm or a situation. It's not kill and just shoot.
Exactly.
If that's the case, why all the black people getting shot down like that?
Exactly.
We ought to see white boys getting shot. Everybody be getting shot down. If that's y'all.
Yeah, what happened?
Y'all skill
What
set.
happened in Galveston? Like
Pop me in the leg, bro. Pop me in the
That's what I'm
arm.
saying.
You shoot
What they
me
do
right
with
here.
Like they had a mass shooting in Galveston at Parkland or something. I can't remember. I don't think I'm trying to think if he killed himself. I don't know if he killed himself. But even if he didn't kill himself, even if he did kill himself, they was gonna bring him in alive. That'd be the only way they die. Like they kill themselves.
Yeah, that's it.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's tough being black.
Yeah.
And it's
Somebody got to do it.
It's a common theme with the mass shootings.
Yeah.
They all Ain't none of them black. I never seen a black man shooter.
Well, we did.
Except the two twins. No, not twins. I'm sorry. The old man and
the
the little
young
boy
dude, yeah.
Shooting in the tree.
Yeah, that's the DC snipers.
Yeah.
But shit, that was triggered for some other shit too. We got reasons why we do shit. We don't just wake up and say, "Hey, I'm gonna kill all the
And
white
I
folks
don't
on my
believe
block."
that other dude. They said that cop. Remember that cop that looked like LL Cool J who went on the killing spree?
Oh yeah.
He was down the cop store. Yeah. Shout out to
you
him.
talking about when he was doing the bombing and
Now
stuff.
he's banging up the cops.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask y'all this: what y'all think about the dude who got shot by the police lady? I think it was in Dallas. In his own apartment.
His own
Oh
apartment.
shit.
That whole story, I think
They said they was dating.
Yeah,
or something.
they was dating, and I think something happened between them, and she just went and did what she did, and tried to change her story up or whatever, because that shit don't make no sense. You can't. She said that she thought it was her apartment. Bro, you know your apartment. I don't give a fuck if you got a different floor mat in front of your shit. You know you stay on the second floor.
Yeah.
So how you get to the whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like how you, I don't care how tired you are, or you know where your house is.
Right.
Like you may miss your exit or some shit, but you ain't
how
gonna
the
go
hell
in the
did she
wrong.
get in the apartment if it wasn't hers? Like that's the first question I asked. Like, how did you get in the apartment?
Exactly.
He probably just opened the door.
Yeah, cause he knew her.
Yeah,
he knew her.
Exactly.
And she just let it loose because she probably was mad.
Mm-hmm. And it's crazy, and it's what fucks me up about it is somebody has to be a judge of it. Right. They find probable cause as to why these people are getting killed. Nobody's life is worth a wrong movement or the color of their skin or whatever. Right. Now, if you gotta take me down, but don't take me down like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. You like you said, they train to do certain things. If you got a taser on this hip and a gun on this hip, why are you pulling your gun all the time? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Tase me first. Yeah. If that don't work, do what you gotta do. Yeah. But damn, if you pop me in the leg, I ain't gonna die. Because you still need to get a story. Now we don't see the other side to the story. We only seeing one side to the story.
And then they hit you in the leg, like you still you can't do nothing. Because you're gonna be like, oh my leg.
And then when they do take you down, they got their knee in your neck. They punching you in the face. Why we gotta get? Right. You know what I'm saying? Why does all of this have to happen? Because we black. Yeah, black. But y'all don't do that to white people.
They don't.
You don't do that to Mexicans. You don't do that to...
Yeah, they do it to Mexicans, though.
Well, yeah, they do.
Yeah. I just believe that the police department was always founded as the Klan. As the Klan got, that used to be the police back in the day. Yeah. The Klan would regulate. That went out, you create something else.
Yep. And our modern day Klans are our doctors, our lawyers, our police officers, our pharmacists, our... people that own the grocery store, all that shit.
And that's scary. Like, you could be in the hospital injured and somebody could be over you taking care of your health that hate you. You might not live.
Yes.
Or something simple.
That remind me of an episode of Real. He was a nurse on Real. He played a nurse, and like he had a racist patient. The patient didn't want him to touch him or nothing like that. But he was a good dude. He a good dude. So like he still helped him out. He did this. He did that. And like at the end of the day, like the dude, he had like a sickness and he helped him with it. And then like at the end of the day, like the show made it play like the white dude was gonna be grateful. Still was racist.
Oh yeah.
Still was racist.
Yeah.
Say and like help. I don't know if it helped save his life.
They don't ever want to say thank you to us for doing anything for them, and it sucks because we do it out the kindness of our heart.
Right. Yeah, that's
right. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what he did.
Yeah. If I was driving and saw a car accident, I'm gonna stop my car and I'm gonna try to help this person. Right. I don't care what color you are because I don't see that. You know what I'm saying? I see a person in distress. Right. You know, they don't do us like that. Right. They feel like they'll probably think I'm trying to rob them and I'm really trying to help you. Right. But now it's because of that type of shit that we have this mentality, fuck everybody. Right. Mm-hmm. If it ain't my family, I ain't got nothing to do with you.
Right. What's if I see you on the first podcast,
fuck. Yeah, fuck. If I see a white couple fighting on the street and a white man beating his wife, I'm not stopping for that shit because that white man gonna shoot my ass because I interfere with what they got going on. That's right.
And that's
what it is.
That plays into today's society. Like a lot of stuff that go on, like they go viral and stuff. Like people don't want to help because like they don't want to be in there and then like something end up happening to them.
Yep. Yeah. Yep, we keep to our own. Hey, I'm minding my business.
Especially with social media, you get
And
fired up.
thing,
Yeah.
You know, with our culture, it's like we embrace people. I feel too much. Like if a white person, not knocking them, if they do something that we do, it's so glorified. Like if they dance like we dance or rap, they the greatest. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
they do this.
When Miley Cyrus started twerking on,
yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah.
Everybody thought she invented that
like
shit.
She invented it.
Excuse me, this shit come from a whole other culture.
That's right.
This comes from Africa.
And we so embrace them. We let them in. Come on. We don't care if you date our women. We don't care about
none of that.
what you do. But when we try to, just like the guy Lil Nas want to try to do the country.
Yeah, they don't want to consider the country.
Because
Kid Rock been stealing all stuff, been in the game for years.
Elvis Presley done stole all our shit.
That's right.
Everybody done stole all our shit. But Elvis Presley to this day is the greatest. Well, guess
That's
what? Pocket's the greatest too.
Elvis Presley stole Chuck Berry stuff?
Man, he stole some. He stole what's it was a lady. Ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Yeah.
That was sung by a black woman.
He stole Little Richard stuff.
Yeah.
All them great.
All that shit.
And I just learned today, like, the Matrix and the Terminator, it was stole.
Yeah.
From a black lady.
Stuff.
Yeah.
I was watching a movie. Actually, I'm watching a movie right now. It's called The Handmaid's Tale. I don't know if y'all, shout out to The Handmaid's Tale, whoever created it.
I heard
really
about
good.
it on Hulu.
It's really good. It was a scene on The Handmaid's Tale where they were trying to teach the maids a lesson because they went against. It's a whole story. I had to get all the way into it, but they were finna hang all the women. It was black women, white women, all of them. They were all handmaids. And when they were walking them up to their nooses, the song "Woman's Worth" came on. All that bullshit. That's Maxwell's song.
Right.
When I was listening to it, they had a white person singing that song. I'm talking about a whole song was different. I waiting the intro. I thought it was Maxwell until they started singing. I was like, come on, y'all couldn't put Maxwell on the fucking show. That's how they do us. And it's been going on for years.
Yeah.
For years. Kids Bop. Think about this shit.
Yeah.
All white kids singing our shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why black folks couldn't sing? Why black kids couldn't sing the song?
Yeah.
And take the cussing out so our black kids can.
I did, what Trump said. Then he said his grandfather, his dad gave him how much money?
No, he lied though. He said he just gave him $1 million. It's way more than that.
Yeah, it's like $8 million.
Yeah,
And
it's way more than that.
Oh, it's way more than $8 million?
And his dad was a part of the Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You know, as a people, I think when we do something instead of just marching for a little, we gotta stand on that. Like Gucci, don't stop. Just stand on that. Like we just can't be so materialistic where we have to go do it. You know
I think what stops us, what holds us back as a culture, is because we're all so scared to be on the front line because we've been on the front line so much.
That's right.
We fall back and kind of play by their rules to a certain extent, but we find our way around a lot of shit. But who wants to really get up every day and be like, I'm finna die for this shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die for this shit.
Yeah.
But you gotta catch me first.
I
ain't finna walk up to the courthouse and get shot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like that's where our mind is right now. It's like we want to protest, we want to be out there and do all this shit, but I ain't finna get my ass shot up real quick. You know what I'm saying? I got a family to come home to. I got, you know what I'm saying?
And then at the end of the day, like, we don't support our own, like,
exactly.
Like we want to give all our money to these high end fashions.
That's right.
And be like, oh, it's this and that. Like Master P, he got a pretty nice shoe that's out right now.
Yeah, I like his shoes.
And like shout out to his movie. Going to see that movie.
He got some throwback shoes out right now.
Yeah.
Like designers or like?
Yeah, he got his own design. It's called Mun something. It started M. But them hoes really nice.
And I got the Hookup 2 coming out. It's gonna be in theaters. I'm going to see that.
Yep.
Because you gotta support, man. You gotta support your own.
Yeah.
Especially people like him, Ice Cube, Big 3.
Yeah.
And see, that's the thing. Well, like with our culture, we so wishy-washy because you got a part of the culture that's gonna go towards what was taught to them as far as white people kiss ass, all this shit, and then you got your strong-minded people that's gonna do what black people do. You know what I'm saying? Gonna die for whatever, stand up for their family, you know, protect whatever they gotta do. But it sucks that look at me. Out of there.
Faded Friday.
Faded.
But yeah, like, I don't know, I think we gotta get back into the habit of supporting our own people. And if you see your neighbor out here with the cops, be out there and ride with that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It kind of got to go back to that because we
Throw that damn
have
camera on. Save that man life.
Yeah, put your phone down and help save his life.
Yeah, I say put the camera on also, cause them hoes, they nut up when they see the camera.
Yeah.
The whole thing, you know, that I think I'm having a problem with. I think black men, we got to start protecting our black women a little more than what we're doing. We let these boys out here hit our women. We can't hit our women and abuse them. So, you know, it got to. I think with the black man and black woman, it got to be a team. But we do need to start protecting our black women a little more because these cops and these other people getting out of hand, they think they can do what they want to do.
And black women ride for black men, man. Like they be out there. If it's your son, son. I seen a picture. It's a viral picture that's been out for years and years and years. With the black lady with a machete up to a cop neck because he was finna shoot her child. Like that's what black women been doing their whole lives. Like I don't care who come to my front door. I'm riding for everybody in my house. Right. You got to take me first. Gotcha. If I'm at the front door, if somebody hit this garage, I'm already right here. I'm ready. I'm positioned because that's just it's naturally in black women to do that. That's you know what I'm saying? We're nurturers. We want to protect anybody. You know, if anybody come up in here, it's a sacrifice that we're gonna have to make. Yeah. But it sucks that we have to think like that in the back of our mind. Like we can't just wake up and have a normal day. Like let me cook my kids some pancakes. Like white folks do. No, it's like come on, put your backpack on, tie your shoes. Take that jacket off because the police. I remember telling my brother he got accepted to TSU. He went to TSU for a semester. He wasn't raised around. I'm not gonna say a lot of black people. He just was raised around a lot of different cultures. He has a lot of Hispanic friends and stuff like that. He have a mixture of friends. But I remember telling him before he went to TSU, when you got your earbuds in, keep one out. Because if a cop rolling up on you and you can't hear him, they gonna shoot your ass. Right. We shouldn't have to tell our kids that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Wear a mesh backpack so they make sure you got just books in your shit. That's right. You shouldn't have to wake your kids up every day preparing them to die. You know? Like it's crazy, but like I said, everybody wanna be black till it's time to do some black shit.
We finna kick it off to a quick segment. You know, this is the part of Fadded Fridays.
Intermission.
And by the way, you know, special shouts out to my boy Savage coming through again.
Appreciate it, man. I hope to be back, man. I like this. All right, man. It's your boy, CEO Sir Savage, man. I enjoyed myself today. And I will be back. And I just want to thank y'all for inviting me.
Already.
Appreciate it.
Yes. Nice to meet you.
She good. She good.
Hey, Fadded Fridays.
One time for Lizzo.
Shout out. I like. Shout out to our Fadded Friday guest today, Sir Savage. Came through and spit a little knowledge on us for the one time. You got anything else you want to talk about as far as racism?
So, I want to hear everybody's opinion on. I want you to think all the way through. If they gave reparations, what would happen?
I think chaos would ensue if they gave everybody reparations.
Me too. You got reason behind it?
Just cause like I just think it's gonna be chaos. Just cause like there's gonna be so much money. People gonna spend their money, invest it, crazy, blow money. Yeah, pretty much. Especially with a lot of money. Yeah. So I think it's still gonna be like people being envious. Like, oh, he got $1 billion off that 40 million, and I'm down to 1 million. So
they gonna feel like that 40 ain't enough.
Yeah. It's still gonna be hate. So I think it's gonna be. I still think it's gonna be hate, but I mean I do believe in like reparations though. But like I like it's an Asian what they call candidate, presidential candidate, Andrew Wayne. I like some of the stuff he said. I like Kamala Harris, some of the stuff she said.
I like her.
And Andrew Wayne.
Is she running for president? Shut up.
Yeah, she running.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And like Andrew Wayne, he was saying like he want to do like Canada, like for every household, like the two people that's in the household, like the mama and daddy, like each person, each year, like each month they get like $1,000.
Yeah.
That's like reparations. And I think that's dope for like a middle class. Like I don't think you just need to be handing people $40 million.
Yeah, I think if they set it up to where you get it, every month. Like kind of like Social Security, you get a consistent check every month, and that's your reparations. I understand that because that'll help out a lot of families. An extra $1,000 wouldn't hurt no family.
And he's saying no limits to that if you get it.
I think it's like $1,000 per household or something like that.
If we're getting this as a,
I think that's rest of your life.
Yeah, but I mean, can they be like how they do on Social Security? You can't make over this.
Nah, it's reparations.
It's reparations.
It's reparations.
So it's gonna be added on to whatever you make at your job, whatever you get for Social Security.
Like it's not like TANF, like no welfare and nothing. Like it's just reparations. Everybody get it. Like
and if they set it up like this, think about it. You probably ain't gonna even live long enough to see the whole 40 million. But right now, we could all use the extra $1,000 in our household. You know what I'm saying? So we would even take that.
You know what, sir? On a good note. What's his name again?
Andrew Wayne.
If you like weed, you got my vote.
I think that's a big question with the candidates too. No, it is. It's
sorry, me yesterday.
It's
Trump.
I was like, if Trump going for the weed, he got my vote.
He not the only one though. Yeah. Like every Kamala Harris, she said she wanna see that like legalized everywhere.
Because with weed,
everybody pretty progressive on it.
Weed is not a killer.
Sorry.
It never harm nobody.
It don't harm nobody. It actually heals people. So I feel like not just to do it just for the sake of doing it. I think they understand that we got to heal our country. Our country has been so hurt and so this and so that. We got to... Really, nigga? You ain't got some food and tell nobody?
Sorry, my munch kicked in during the break, guys.
But, like, we need to heal our country, and I think we all need a fresh start. I think everybody need a fresh start. We need our credit started back over.
Yeah.
We need shit wiped off. We need a fresh start. Black folks, especially, we need a fresh start on everything. We need health care. We need so much shit as a culture.
I think we need the Canada model. Like, healthcare should be free.
Yes.
Like, it ain't no way. Like,
in so many different countries, they have free healthcare.
I think we need to have free healthcare. I think the reparations need to happen.
No taxes.
Not the 40 million.
No, I mean the taxes.
Not the taxes. I think we need the taxes.
We need the taxes because how else, the government stuff. That's cool.
It was something else.
Yeah, but look how shitty they do us on tax free day. They upsell every fucking thing and tell you it's tax free, but shit that was actually $10 is now $15. Come on now, that ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Treat us fair. Like if you gonna do the shit right. Like we shouldn't always find ourselves back at the bottom of the barrel. Give us a chance to actually do something with our lives, because a lot of black folks, every culture has its bad people and they good people. But they good people can change the fucking world. You know what I'm saying? Like make it good, make it to something to where the world can continue to be good. Like Trump is putting this "Make America Great Again." Which America are you talking about? Because the only America that we know is terrorists, Ku Klux Klan, killing black folks. That's the America that black people know.
America never was great since I've been
alive.
Exactly.
It wasn't great. It wasn't great when Christopher Columbus came and stole every fucking thing. It was never great. So give us a chance to be great. If you want to make America great, it ain't gonna be great again. Make America great, because this is supposed to be the land of the free.
Make America better.
Yeah, this is supposed to be the land of the free. But hell, our people ain't been free since we was free. Juneteenth just passed. Shout out to Juneteenth. Our people, yes. But are we technically really free? No, we're not.
Nope,
we're not free at all. We're not free to go to the grocery store.
We was just talking about going to jail Monday. which is work.
Yeah.
Work.
And it shouldn't even feel like that. You going to work to make an honest living and take care of your family. You shouldn't come home with stress and all this bullshit
Yes.
because you working to the ground and you can barely buy your kids some shoes and all this shit. Like you living paycheck to paycheck. That's not America being great.
That's why like I try, like I got so many hobbies that I'm trying to do to turn into some money, and like ask him, like I always be like, man, how can we make some more money?
You gotta have a side hustle.
I always be like, how can we make some more money?
Right now in 2019, they capping us off. You can't make that much money unless you're doing something in the entertainment industry. You're a ball player where you're gonna make the team owner more money. You ain't gonna get no.
And then you know the crazy part, like at the end of tax, like the more money you make, the more you penalize.
Yes. Listen, for me being a black single woman with no kids, they take almost $400 out of my check every 2 weeks.
God damn.
$400. Do you know what the fuck I can do with that extra $400? I paycheck to paycheck because they taking the extra $400 out of my check. I don't care how much overtime I work. They still gonna take an extra $400, and it's gonna go up.
And then it's always something just come up.
Yeah, and then and when shit pop up, you ain't got no money to pay for it because they took that extra $400 that you worked hard for. I saw that. But it's like they find a way to overwork you but still get their cut of it, and it's fucked up. Like black folks, we need if I don't get reparations, just clear my credit score, bro. I'm good with that. Take these student loans away and clear up my credit.
That should be free too.
It should be free.
School should be free.
That whole credit shit ain't nothing but a damn setup too. Because you can make. Listen, I saw an interview with Anthony Anderson. When he got his first $1 million, he tried to go buy a house. He got denied because his credit was bad. That's a fucking setup. I got the bread. I can pay for this whole house right now. I got $100 in my bank account, $1 million in my bank account. And you telling me because my credit bad I can't get a house? That's a fucking setup. Who the fuck don't have bad credit? And then
I heard Trump got bad credit.
Yeah.
He tell me all the time. He be like Trump got fucked up credit. No, it's not Trump. I'm sorry. Let me recant.
We ain't sorry for that. Fuck
It's not Trump. It's Houston Rockets owner Tillman Fertitta. I shouldn't have name dropped.
No, you can name drop. But it's like, how do you expect us not to have bad credit if we don't even get paid enough money on our job to hold down our bills? When you pay your bills late, it goes against your credit.
Right.
So if I don't get paid enough money to cover the bills I have, how is my credit going to be good? It's either you got credit, good credit, or you don't have no credit at all. And even when you don't have credit, you still can't get shit.
Yeah.
And before you walked out, I was telling him, Anthony Anderson, I had watched the interview with him, and he had got his first $1 million and tried to go buy a house for a couple $100,000. He got denied because his credit was bad. He had $1 million in his bank account, and they still told him no.
Damn.
But if you capping us off at a certain amount of money, how the fuck are we supposed to have good credit? Set up. It's all fucking set up. It ain't nothing but the government. I can't stand it.
I don't know. It's so many, man. I don't know. This is a very touchy topic to me. I mean, because shit, we see it every day. We see it every day. So it's like right now when he left, he was dead ass serious. He like, man,
I know he was.
He's playing with the little jokes in between, but it sucks you got to even move like that.
Yeah. Just how you were saying yesterday, how when you go places, you gotta look people straight in the face and let them know that you ain't here for the shit, because you just trying to get in and get out with your child at the grocery store. Like, you shouldn't have to do that. You should be able to walk past people and be like, hello, how you doing? You know, now I don't speak to no fucking body when I'm out. If you a stranger to me, if I don't see you on a daily basis or it's been a part of my life for years, I'm not speaking to you. I don't know you. For all I know, you trying to kill me. And when you do speak to me, example, today the Terminex lady came. It was a white chick. She was going through the neighborhood, knocking on everybody's door, trying to offer them to get like pesticide stuff, you know, sprayed in their yard and all this shit to kill the bugs. I was on guard, so I heard a knock on the door. I was all the way upstairs. Jojo came and got me and said, somebody at the front door. I heard a knock on the door. I came down there. And when I opened the door, she wanted to shake my hand and shit. I'm looking at her sideways, like, you ain't finna get through this motherfucking door. And I knew she was, you know, I'm sure she was a young little white chick, real pretty. And so I knew she wasn't about, you know, about that life. But I was on guard just in case. We always
city
on
girl
guard.
life.
I was ready. Look, when I shook her hand, I shook that bitch so firm, like, bitch, I will fuck you up in this door. I got 2 pit bulls standing behind me. I got 3, yes.
I wish I could have had a picture of that.
Clip and Lady was at the door. Lady actually ran out. I had to grab her and put her back in the house. JoJo, Jalea, and Imani was behind me. Then KK was upstairs. And I'm looking at Lady like, bro, you don't want it at this house because you going to get it. You ain't going to even get past the door. It's fucked up that we have to be that way. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember a time where my mom would send me to the corner store with a list and I would walk through the neighborhood and nobody would come with me. Now in 2019, you got to open your door ready to shoot. Yeah. I don't even like going to the grocery store because I don't want to be around all these people that I don't know because I don't know you. And I don't want you doing anything to me or my nephew or my niece or my sister or my brother. Like, you know, it's like I'm always on guard. If I'm not around my people, I'm always on guard. Yeah. You shouldn't have to live your life that way, but it's the life we live in right now. It's fucked up, but it is what it is. I'm going to take me alive, my nigga. That's all I'm saying. I ain't going out like that. Y'all ain't gonna kiss no ass. I ain't gonna comply to nothing. I ain't lying about shit. Bro, you want to take me the fuck out.
So,
it is what it is.
What do we have any suggestions on how, in your opinion, you gonna police the police? Everybody say police the police, but I never heard nobody make a suggestion on how to start. Everybody got resolutions, but nobody start, you know.
I feel like I can't even say don't resist because a lot of the shit we see on TV, they don't even be resisting. They just be so scared. When you nervous, you don't know how you're gonna react. When I get nervous, I get fidgety. So I can't say don't fidget because if you scared, you scared.
Yeah, you can't control it.
You can't really control it. When you really like think when we was talking about the other day when you said what was a moment when your heart just like was pounding, you was scared and shit.
Yeah.
That type of shit. When you nervous like that, you don't know how to really react. You be stuttering over your words. You seem suspect when you really are just genuinely nervous.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it's kind of like really no tips on how to not get killed by the police because everybody's different. But make sure you have your paperwork in your car. Make sure you ride with your license all the time. I have to tell KK and Henry that all the time. Don't leave this house without your ID. You need to have your ID on you so you know what I'm saying?
What I mean, I'm sorry, Coach. What I mean by that is like, I like only suggestion I heard that I was okay with putting police who's from these communities in the community. Even though I know that caused a lot of what they may think corruption of. That's my homeboy. He gonna let me make it if I got this and you know. But at the same time, it's more than you know, to go against that. Protect and serve, you know, bashing the head in is not protecting. So I ain't saying look away. I don't know. I can't explain.
I think black people need to know their rights. They need to educate themselves on their rights and what they can and can't do when they get stopped. Like they can't search your car without a warrant, so you have the right to say no. You cannot search my car.
And the first time the first time I got pulled over. He asked me could he search my car, but I was so scared. And plus I didn't know. I was like yeah, and like he told my cousin call up, and she was mad. She was like he wasn't supposed to search the car. She was like did you give him permission? I was like yeah. I was like I ain't know because like that was my first time being pulled over. Yeah. I was like 16. Yeah,
learn your rights. That's the best tip I can give anybody is learn your fucking rights because we all have rights regardless of what color we are. We didn't ask for this shit, but we all got the same fucking rights. Learn your rights.
No, what I'm saying is, I keep going along with it. That's my fault. The suggestion I heard when they said police and the police, a good way to do that is put police who from the community in the community. Do y'all think that's a bad idea?
Yes and no.
Because you can get familiar with the people instead of because if y'all excuse is. Oh, we scared of you. We don't know what your intentions is. If you know that's that big nigga down the road that smoke weed and he don't bother nobody, he got kids on.
But it could be a negative effect. Like he could be favoritism like towards this person and that person.
Yeah.
So I mean that's why I said yes and no. Cause like he do know the community, but he know the community.
We know that so many cops have gone crooked that you can't even trust them. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gonna find a reason to fuck with you one day. He may let you off that nigga down the street that smoke weed, he don't fuck with nobody today, but tomorrow could be a whole nother, you know what I'm saying, story. If he gotta meet a quota or whatever, he gonna fuck with you because they have the power to do that. So it's kind of like yes and no. You know, your own partner can switch on you, so fucking police can do it. You know what I'm saying? Police gonna do it if they want to because they have the power, more power to do it. So it's kind of like we wanna trust the police that's gonna protect and serve us, but so many of them dirty.
Then they got the incentive.
Yeah.
From like who, like they could be working for a neighborhood drug dealer.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they get paid off. They do dirty shit. So it's kind of like, you know, your days are numbered because you may be cool today and tomorrow you get killed.
Like that. Like that's why there's no way to police the police.
Yeah,
you just gotta come across a good police officer.
Yeah. And just know that they're a good person, but they can be easily influenced. You know, for whatever reasons. You know, shit, they probably getting trained to kill. Hey, you see a suspicious looking black person, you shoot them and ask questions later. We'll figure the rest out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them probably getting told. I really think that's what they put.
They do.
Like me and Kusha had a conversation earlier. Like that's what we was like. We really think like they pull the white people to the side and be like, hey, or non-black people. Well, they probably even pull the black people. Be like, they probably be like, if just shoot them, and like you said, we'll deal with it later.
Yep.
I mean, but that's one of America's quotes though. Period. They military is what?
Shoot and ask questions later.
And the other, no, they real when they got on the military dudes, the bulls or whatever. I don't know. I ain't gonna say the bulls. They got the shit. Kill them now, sort them later. Kill them now, sort them. You know, just
the same thing. Like shoot first, ask questions later. Yeah.
And they preach that kind of shit like it's cool. You know?
But that's crazy. Like I don't know if a military person they ever been one of the cops to shoot somebody, but like. They had like tactical training, so like they like even if a person coming in with them with a gun, like they know how to.
They know how to take
because they're
civilian.
It ain't like they dealing with another military.
And person. Just like the police, they're trained a certain way too on how to actually take a person down without killing them. Mm-hmm. They have multiple weapons they can use without actually using their gun. They got body cams now. You got videos of these motherfuckers turning off their body cams. Mm-hmm. I saw one where he's whooping a mentally challenged person that was restrained in a chair, handcuffed to the bitch. Both cops stealing off on him. For nothing.
I had to go to the
because he was talking shit.
I had to go to the bathroom. I was on my lunch break and something happened.
Yeah, like
get out
come
of
on
here,
now.
man.
It's like y'all got so many other options, but they still choosing to kill us, and it's just scary and it's fucked up because it's like you don't want to leave your house these days to do anything. You can't even really have a good time and enjoy your life. You can't even go to another country and do the shit. They're killing us in the Dominican Republic. You're not just black folks, but I'm just saying they're finding it's always a way to take somebody out, and it's kind of scary. It's like shit. I'd rather just stay in the house.
Evil.
Yeah.
Pure evil.
It's all evil. But black folks, we ain't evil like that, man. I haven't even met.
You got some blacks that's evil, but I mean, on the levels like that.
But like, I haven't even come across a group of black people that just talk so negatively about white people and on the evil tip. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm sure that they're out there because I remember being in high school when I first learned about slavery. I was mad as fuck. I'm still mad. You know what I'm saying? But it's the way that they brought it to us instead of showing us all the good people. They started with the bad shit. So I instantly felt like a slave because that's all I saw at one point. I saw different movies about slavery and all this Rosewood, all that bullshit. And so my mind was already kind of like fucked up. And like I
hated Rosewood, man.
I know, it was fucking horrible. And then me and Jarvis was talking about it the other day, yesterday. The way they teach us, our kids, about slavery but they don't teach us about none of the good stuff. I didn't hear nothing about none of the good stuff until after I got out of high school.
Nothing that empower you. No good stuff.
Yeah,
no strong rebellious ones. None of that.
And that's what I hate.
None of that shit.
And that's why I hate about the school curriculum. Like all they do, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X,
just
Harriet, Frederick Douglass. We know all of that.
Yeah.
Show us like people who
invented the light bulb and the speed
the
light,
real light bulb,
and,
not no freaking Thomas
and
Jefferson.
the hot comb. And all of that stuff. Show us the people that actually did something so we will be inspired to get out there and make something. But y'all want to limit us to being basketball players and rappers.
Yeah.
And then when we be basketball players and rappers, then you want to smear our fucking name in the mud.
And it's crazy. Like, we got, like, us as black people, like, we invented a lot of stuff.
A lot of shit.
A Mexican dude at work told me this. I'm like, ain't no, why a Mexican dude telling me this?
Right.
I should know this from school.
Exactly. Yeah. They don't teach us about our own because they don't want us to know. Like DJ Khaled say, they don't want you to make another album. So make another album. You gotta do your own. We have to do our own homework on our own history.
And I told myself that because like y'all seen the episode of Blackish when Anthony Anderson was trying to like he like Black History Month is like a real big holiday for him. Mm-hmm. And like his kids, they be wore out on Black History Month. Listen. But that's how I want to be. I want to like wear them out. Like,
I done already told JoJo and Jalea, they ain't my kids, but they something like my kids. And I tell them, hey, we don't acknowledge Christopher Columbus in this house. It's all about Christopher Wallace. They tell me, who's that, baby? If you don't know, now you know. Shit. We ain't worried about no damn Christopher Columbus. Fuck them. And if your teacher asks you, be respectful, but you tell them, my Aunt Mika said.
And the teacher gonna be like, oh shit.
Call me.
Here you go.
Call me.
Nah, when they said my somebody whoever said
my auntie said, hey.
Whenever they say somebody said, teacher be like, oh shit, here they go.
Because they need to know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can make a decision for yourself on what you want to do in your life, but you still need to know the facts. And at the end of the day, this is your culture that you was born into that you had no say so in. So why not know the facts in your culture? Whatever you decide to do once you get grown, that's on you. I'm still gonna support you regardless because you're my blood. However, you still need to know the facts. This is what you're up against when you get out there on your own. Ain't nobody else gonna teach you that shit besides your family.
And like, I'm really big on that because like me growing up, like I was taught a lot of that stuff, but like, you know, you just rebellious and you don't want to listen, and you go through it for yourself and you be like, God damn, I should listen. And I really want the kids like to like understand, like we not just saying this to deter their fun or like
this ain't for play, like this shit real.
Yeah, like I really want them to understand, like, hey,
because it makes you look at life in a different way, especially when you have kids. Because you could be kissing your child for the last time goodbye. And that's just the reality of it. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks that you have to feel like that every day. Yeah, it sucks that you got to leave your house thinking that today may be my day. And then a lot of the shit that we hear in the news be so close to home now. Just like, I didn't think that I was going to meet the guy that somebody in his family got killed yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Now he's sitting on our couch. I just saw this shit on Facebook yesterday.
Quisha told me she grew up with some dude, like he was working in his yard and he just got shot in the face. Yeah. She grew up with him.
It's crazy.
Or with his brother.
They have no regard for our lives, and it's like, I was born just like you was born. I came out of a coochie hole just like you came out of a coochie hole. Sorry to be so vulgar, but that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? We all got here the same way. We all, not all of us, but majority of us were breastfed by women. You know, a lot of black women breastfed white kids. You're healthy because of the milk that we have in our body. We were y'all maids. You know what I'm saying? We had to raise y'all children, and then y'all same children turn around and disrespect us. I raised you.
It's because like they allowed it, like they get disrespected. So like, why would they why would they respect a maid?
But it sucks that we have to endure that even still in 2019. We may not be maids, but we damn sure modern day slaves. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
In my job, it's all black folks. But them motherfuckers act like they run the world in that bitch. The higher up they are,
And that's why
they look down on us like we ain't shit.
That's why I hate about black people,
Yeah.
man. That's why I say I'm racist, cause like I really hate a lot of black people,
Yeah.
man.
Correct.
No, but like they make you hate them.
They
man.
do. They really do.
The actions.
They really do. Because it ain't that we trying to brown nose and be like, brother this and brother that, sis this and sis that. It's just respect me as a person, just like I respect you as a person. Just because you're my boss don't make you no better than me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just a title that you have. When we both die and going to the ground, you being my boss ain't gonna even matter when we get in front of God. He's not gonna say, oh, let Tamika's boss go to the good part of heaven because he was the boss. No, bitch, you're going to heaven the same way I'm going.
Yeah.
We probably gonna be in the same room because we died together. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so you're never. I don't care how much money. Beyonce ain't no better than me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody is better. We should all be treated equal, but they don't because of the color of our skin. We didn't come from Africa to America and capture white people and put them into slavery. Y'all came to our homeland and did that shit to us. And y'all want us to respect you because you a cop? No. But we still get that respect because that's how we was raised.
Yeah.
But we was raised that way coming back from slavery. You had to say yes sir, no sir to your slave owner. But if I don't say it, I'm being disrespectful? No.
Even in the jails, like I like how they doing they trying to do the reforms and stuff now. Just shit. That's.
If I don't say yes sir, you gonna punch me in my face? No, nigga, you're not gonna punch. We gonna be fighting in this bitch. I may get my ass beat because you got weapons on you and I don't. But you can't put yourself higher than somebody because of a title or because of a gun or because of how much money you got in your bank account. We're all human at the end of the day, and that's what a lot of Americans, I'm not going to even say black people, a lot of Americans fail to realize that they let all this shit go to their head and they feel like they're better than other people. White people feel like they're better than us because their skin is lighter than us. First of all, if you want to get technical, we can go all the way back. Y'all move further from the equator. That's why your skin is lighter. We all black. If you got 1% of black in you, if you do your DNA test, you're considered black. We're the dominant color. Mixed kids always look mixed because of black. When you see a Mexican and a Chinese, a mixed Mexican with Chinese, what color they look like?
Black.
No, they don't look black. They look white.
Well, no.
Mexican and Chinese. Or Mexican and white. They look white.
Yeah.
When you mix black with any race, that's a beautiful goddamn creature. Why? Because of black people. I can talk about this shit all day because I like shit like this. I love it.
Damn.
That's why they want big lips and they want big asses and they want small waists and they want to get tans and they want to get extensions and they want to twerk on live. They get all that shit from us. They want Kim Kardashian wearing braids. Listen, I love Kim Kardashian. I don't care about you having the braids. Just acknowledge where it came from. Don't act like you the first bitch that had braids in your head. That's what she said. Yeah. They try to act like they're the first. Okay, so when Kim Kardashian first got her first set of braids, the world went crazy. And they're like, oh, look at those braids. Like she invented braids.
And you know...
no, you did not.
And you know, Cardi B say something like a curl or something like, I don't know, she... You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what it is. Yeah. Shout out to Cardi B. They said they came up with it.
No.
Cause they said like, you know, they've been out longer than Cardi B, so they said on their show a long time ago. But like that's probably slang in New York or something. Exactly. Y'all probably got.
Just like they say, you're, and what we say down here, already. Hold it down. I'm talking about, man. So if you ain't trademarked that shit, you didn't make up a goddamn thing.
Even if you trademarked it, that don't mean nothing.
It really don't. But if you don't own it, you can't tell me what you did and what you didn't do. But I don't know, man. This world is crazy. It's scary. We living in scary times. And I know our ancestors said we living in our last times, but we really living in our last times. And it's like you gotta live. We living life on the edge as black folks right now. We on the front line. We always have been, but right now in 2019, we on the front line. Any day could go wrong for us. And it just is what it is. It's kind of like you mentally prepare yourself in a way, just in case. You know what I'm saying? When I left to go to the store earlier today, I was like, all right, I got my nephew with me. If anything pop off, I'm popping over him. That's just the way my mind thinks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna just let nobody run up on him and do anything. So I'm telling him, walk to my right. When I come on this side, you go on this side. Stand right by me. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking over my shoulder as I'm getting the grapes. Making sure he's still there. It's fucked up. We gotta live that way.
That's crazy, man. We be protecting our kids.
Yes.
Like white people, their kids be all the way in the back of the store. Down. I be like, do they know their kids all the way over here?
Cause in their world and in their America, they are free. In our world, in our America, we're not free.
I was in Walmart one day. I was leaving out, and like this lady, like she was at her car. She was like, no, she was doing something. She was like all the way on. She was talking on her phone, and her daughter was like all the way like by my car. I'm like, what the hell is her mom at? So,
like they ain't snatching their kids.
Yeah.
Anything could have happened. Little girl could have got hit by a car.
And then you know that they've been they've been organ harvesting. So a lot of people have been coming up missing and dead because they've been stealing our organs. They kill us because they want our hearts and our lungs and all our good shit on the inside. And they've been literally killing us and snatching up our kids and shit to sell them in different countries. Did y'all know that when a woman has a baby, when the placenta come out, they can sell that for like 30 G's. And that's how that's how the doctors get extra money. They when you put yourself down as an organ donor, by the way, don't ever list yourself as an organ donor, because they're selling your parts and they're getting paid off that shit and you dead. And you think you're donating for a greater cause? No, you're donating to one of them doctors' pockets. Keep your heart and all your shit in your body when you go on the ground, and make sure after they do your autopsy that somebody in your family can verify that you got all your organs in your body. They can verify it on paper. Whatever happens after that happens after that. But don't ever list yourself as an organ donor. I wanted to do it before until I found out all this shit. But yeah, they snatching up people and killing people left and right because they want our organs. And doctors get paid extra money. When a woman has a C-section after birth, they get paid extra money for that. They try to encourage women to get C-sections so they can get extra money. That's how the doctors get paid. All this shit corrupt, man. I be reading up on all this shit. That's why a lot of black women have natural births at home, because they don't trust the hospitals no more. Like, you can't just go in and do something. These doctors, they fuck your kids up just so you can buy the medicine for them to keep Big Pharma going. You know what I'm saying? Like, they do all kind of shit.
Yeah,
They do all kind of shit.
CJ got bad allergies. JoJo too.
All kind of shit. Ain't no telling. When they talk about immunization, getting your kids immunized, all that shit.
They make you to go to school.
They make you to go to school. I'd rather homeschool my kids. Like, I'm considering doing different things when I do have kids. I don't want my kids getting immunized, whatever, however you say it. I don't want that, because that's the reason why a lot of these kids have ADHD and ADD and all this bullshit and have to be on medicine because of the stuff that they're shooting into them when they're first born. That's why a lot of this shit is going around. Shit, they did it with AIDS. They did it with syphilis. They did it with all that shit. The Tuskegee Airmen, all that shit. They did all that stuff back in the day. They were testing all this stuff on black people. I'm not finna. No. I'd rather homeschool my child and make sure you ain't shooting them up with all this shit that you say that's gonna prevent them from getting the stuff, but then all of a sudden my child got mental health issues and all this other shit.
We live in a crazy world.
Crazy.
Crazy every day.
Crazy. You can't even trust the water you drink, the food you put in your body. I'm not all the way 100% on a health kit, but I do look at certain ingredients in certain things, and I choose not to eat certain things now because I know in the long run we all gonna die one day, but you still want to make the best out of the death age for Americans is so low compared to what it used to be. Back in the day, on paper, you could live to be in your 80s, 90s, close to 100. Now we dropping like fucking flies in our 20s and our 30s. My best friend died of fucking cancer at 28. 20 fucking 8. 28. She was healthy. Never had kids. Come on now.
Got some people they just be dying like early.
Yeah.
Like and it be like there don't must be a reason.
Mm-hmm. But it's so much shit we touch on a daily basis. We put into our body. The way we think. All of that stuff comes from the only thing that that everybody in the world has in common. We all eat and we all drink. You know what I'm saying? You have to eat to live. You gotta drink water and all this shit. But when you think about water, it's scientists that can create everything. Just think about a robot. A robot functions off what? Oil. You gotta oil it up to make it move. Our bodies are ran by water. You gotta have water. You're gonna get sick if you don't drink water for a whole month. What's in that makes our body keep going? Somebody created that shit. Like, have you ever heard how they say it's best to drink alkaline water or fresh spring water instead of these bottled waters that's filtered? That shit is something in that is killing us or causing cancer. We don't have in water. We don't have natural springs here in Texas. Well, we probably do. We just don't know where they're at. But we drinking this bottled water. Our body's so used to drinking filtered bottled water that if we stop, we're gonna fucking die. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. If you don't eat healthy, you're gonna die. I mean, we're gonna die regardless. But to ensure a long-lasting life, we cutting our days short because of this shit.
You ever tasted another water for somewhere else?
Mm-hmm. And it's totally different.
Then we had them little waters in there not long ago.
What the little top? Water? Mm-hmm. It tastes different.
Bro, that water was
good.
Disgusting.
Hell no. I liked it.
I took one sip, I couldn't drink it.
When I
popped up.
Oh yeah,
I couldn't drink that shit.
I like it.
We just drink.
I didn't like it.
We just really drink we only buy Ozarka because all other waters, it has sodium. Like that water probably has sodium in it.
And like when I first tasted Fiji water, I was like, damn, it tastes different. You know, I
didn't care for it.
But you know what? Like, I don't care for drinking tap water, but that's probably the shit we need instead of this bottled water.
I love also.
I drink tap water. Sometimes.
I started drinking tap water. I got bougie somewhere along the way. And was like, I
I've been drinking tap water.